Good morning, good morning, good morning on this fine Thursday. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. West Ham and strikers. Who would have thought it? Linked with another one. Like DJ Khaled would say, another one. That's who we're linked with. Another striker yet again. West Ham last night was linked with a PSV striker, Ricardo Pepi, American international. Honestly, this club, scattergun approach, is borderline embarrassing, I'm going to be honest, yeah? But before I get started on this video, smash a like on the video. Goes a long way, really helps me out. And subscribe to E20 Zone TV and hit that notification bell for all the latest videos. West Ham, this window's been embarrassing on and off the pitch to a point, yeah? At the start of the January window, right, we sack our manager. That, let's be honest, was the right thing to do. But the way we handled it, down to our owners, was disgusting. Yeah. We now bring Graham Potter in, and we are getting linked with every Tom, Dick, and Harry and John going, right? We can't get a striker of any note, and we've got no idea what striker we actually want. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's getting quite embarrassing to a point. It angers me, this does, because you've had years to sort this out, and we still no further forward in replacing Mikel Antonio. Now, listen, Mikel Antonio is a club legend. Yeah, he always will be a club legend at this club. People might not like to admit it. I've got to admit it. I was one of them people that didn't believe he was a club legend, but he is. Right? He's been here a long time. He's scored many, many goals. He's our highest goal scorer, and we need to replace him. We simply need to replace him. Now, Ricardo Pepi has come up late last night from Fabriziano. Get me words out. Honestly, yeah, he's all right. 45 appearances, 18 goals for PSV. Been on loans, like a few loans. Played in Germany. Is he the right man for West Ham? That's the $1 million question. Or as I'd thinking, die. Or are we just like chucking out bids to anyone and begging any man to come to the club? For me, like, it's getting silly. We've been linked with Jonathan David. We've been linked with Silva, Brody. Honestly, we're getting linked with so many people, and we're no further forward. Evan Ferguson, no further forward. Yeah, he's wants to come to West Ham, but is that another one that is just going to stall and stall and stall? This scattergun approach is quite embarrassing. I'm not going to lie. And when I look at Ricardo Pepi, I don't look at him as our sort of centre forward for the next 5 years. I look at it as like a stopgap. Now, what's happened with Brody? People saying, "Oh well, like he's formed this year." Right? Granted, his form's not great, yeah, and maybe they've changed their mind. But at the start of the window, we had no strikers. Yeah, right. We had what? 4 crew at best. Yeah. Danny Ings, I'm not even going to class him as a striker, right? That's a paid man who just comes there, smiles a lot, gels his hair back, and just chills on 125 bags a week. For me, yeah, we should have been like sorting this out at the start of the window. It is now day 30 of the January transfer window, and we're no further forward. And that is quite embarrassing, if I'm being truthfully honest. Like, this is, as I say, we're the 17th richest club in world football, and we can't pinpoint and nail down a striker. Yeah, it really just irates me. It really does. Now, John Duran is on his way to Saudi. Yeah, obviously Villa last night said enough's enough. They're going to let him go, and they sold him back to a club in Saudi for 77 million euros, I think it was, right, plus add-ons and all that. Yeah, we had no intentions this window of going in and properly having a bid and saying to Villa, well, what are you saying? Yeah. Maybe he chose the money, John Duran. Maybe not. I don't know, right? But at the end of the day, there's no real progression with West Ham in the striker front. Now, where do we go from here? Or what do I really see happening in the coming days? Do you know what? If West Ham end up with Evan Ferguson, I'm probably going to have to accept that one. Yeah. I think that one for me is a no risk. You know what you're getting. You know he's a Premier League proven player because he's playing in the Premier League, he scored hat trick in the Premier League. You know, it is what it is. But the board above needs to take a long, hard look at themselves, right? We've been linked with 15 strikers. 15! And we can't pinpoint one. Do you know what I'm saying? And that is unacceptable at this club. It is unacceptable. And when people turn around and say that, oh, we shouldn't go in for no one this window because, you know, like we don't want to get it wrong. They can't even get it right, mate. In any window. Let's have it right. They can't get it fucking right in any window, right? They are struggling to pinpoint a striker to place Mikel Antonio. That is embarrassing in the modern game. I would rather West Ham go out and buy 4 strikers for 25 million, yeah, and take risks on strikers, yeah, because you can do it. You can do it on a striker front, yeah, and you can learn and you can sort of go, you know what, that's money well spent. Like, there's a player over in Parma, Bonny, French, under 21 sort of international centre forward, scores goals for Parma. Why are we not looking at him? Imanga or Imega, however you want to pronounce his name. Yeah, whatever part of the ends you're from, right? Why are we not looking at him? Why are we just not looking at anyone of any note, of any quality? And why are we dropping bids in of £57 million for a man that we know we're not going to get? But then when we should be dropping bids in for players of sort of quality, we don't. We take the piss. That, ladies and gentlemen, is down to David Sullivan. And David Sullivan, for me, is the root of the problem. He's the cause of this. He has always been a problem. When people used to bring up about Moyes and him being a narcissist and all that, the biggest load of bollocks I've ever heard in my life. Biggest one is still at our club. You know what I mean? So I expect people to step up and speak out about it quite openly. Will they, though? Let's be honest. We know they won't. This window, he has to deliver for Graham Potter. And for me, with Graham Potter, I'm fully behind the man. Yeah, I'm backing the man because he's not a problem. Do you know what I mean? Carl McCauley's not a problem. It's all over to Sullivan now. And if you can't pinpoint a striker and you've got 15 names, it's the biggest scattergun approach going. And it's totally unacceptable. Right, it's just totally unacceptable. It really is. Ricardo Pepi, for me, yeah, he's all right. He's all right, but I don't see him leading the line for West Ham for the next 5 years. I just see it as a make weight again. Do you know what I'm saying? And us not getting anyone and not really being concrete in this window, we are asking a lot in the summer to get it absolutely bang on, and I don't think that's right. I don't think that's fair on Graham Potter to try and bring players in, integrate them into a side, and make sure that you get it 100% right in that summer window, because then people will be on his back. Do you know what I'm saying? No one's on his back now. Listen, if he was to go and lose a few games, right, I'm not going to be on his back. I don't think anyone with half a brain cell is going to be on his back, and anyone who is on his back needs to get in the bin, quite openly. So, you know, it is what it is on that. And we will have to see what happens today. This is a quick sort of morning video. Smash a like on the video. Goes a long way, and subscribe to each one his own TV. I am just so angry and so pissed off that every time we have a window come round, we are never organised. And I would have assumed, listen, and I'm not a football man, yeah, but I'm not thick as shit, that the moment Mikel Antonio goes down injured, the moment Bowen goes down injured, and you're only left with really Fulkrug and Ings, I would have assumed that you would have gone out and got a striker, right? Or you've had it sort of ready to rock and roll. To leave it to day 30 and you are scrambling around the whole of Europe, going to every different country to try and find a striker, and players in general, for that matter, and not getting any of them, I think's fucking stupid, if I'm being honest. And that's not a way a club runs. I mean, I look at Aston Villa, yeah, John Duran sold, bang, he's gone. They don't even hesitate. West Ham, I'm in and are in. 1 minute you can drop £57 million out on John Duran, and with add-ons on the other end, when you're trying to get a player in who you don't really know, you're pouncing about over sort of fees and shit like that. It's, it it angers me. It really does. It really does. Anyway, it's Thursday. The sun is shining out there, as you may see on this video. Have a good Thursday wherever you are. If anything comes up throughout the day, I will tell you about it and I'll give you my thoughts on it. But Ricardo Pepi is a 6 out of 10 signing for me. He really is. I think he's all right. But could he handle the Premier League? I don't think so, if I'm being honest. But we will see what happens there. Anyway, from me to you, take care of yourselves out there. And above all else, each West Ham fan, because we need each other at this precise moment in time. And Sullivan, we just don't need you, mate. Peace. Hype, 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 hype. Come with me.